So it should be. The world expects much from America, and we must expect even more from ourselves. I believe that America alone can rise to the challenge of leading a worldwide effort to avert these global threats. Today, I lay out a new path, and I ask Americans and Iowans to join me. We will craft a new foreign policy adapted to a world of complex challenges. Challenges which will require thoughtful and global solutions. No nation can defend its own interests without blending with the interests of others. It's called international cooperation and seeking common solutions to common problems. This new realism will at once require us to anchor our diplomacy with time-tested, reality-based principles. And it will unleash our potential to achieve dramatic change. The first momentous step will be to partner with developed nations, United Nations, nonprofits, and private sector companies to create a Marshall Plan for the 21st century. We need a massive multilateral effort to assist the developing world in eliminating poverty, protecting the environment, combating pandemics, conserving water supplies, and stimulating economic opportunity. This 21st century Marshall Plan will be composed of several initiatives to face down global threats. First, I will make the United States the world leader in the fight against global poverty. We have to have the foresight and the resolve to honor our United Nations Millennium Goal commitments. And we have to have the audacity to demand that others meet theirs. A commission on the implementation of Sustainable Development Goals, composed of world leaders and prominent experts, should be created to help all countries realize their millennium commitments. When I'm president, the United States will again lead on debt relief and shifting aid from loans to grants. We will focus on primary health care and affordable vaccines, not on funds for dictators. I also believe that the World Bank is not the place for politics. Its only ideology must be the relief of suffering, with a single-minded focus on poverty reduction. The International Monetary Fund must recognize that social safety nets are no barrier. Indeed, they are essential to promoting economic growth around the world. The United States must increase its financial contribution to these international protection and development agencies. We must ask other wealthy nations to do the same. Stimulating small-scale business in poor countries is essential, and we know that that works. Clearly, we should focus more resources on micro-lending. The Nobel Prize winner before Al Gore was Mohammed Yunus. He showed us the way. He gave $50 loans, and those loans to create micro-lending businesses can do more good than a $50 million loan to build highways and palaces for dictators. We need to focus also on education in developing countries. 115 million of the world's children, 60% of them girls, do not receive any schooling, none. In too many countries, a virtual apartheid exists, where women are frozen out of the workforce and civic life. Unleashing the economic power of women through education can be the silver bullet that makes every problem easier to fight. I commend the efforts of the One campaign, which is increasing awareness of the effects of AIDS and extreme poverty on developing nations. The One campaign is asking the United States to double our development assistance to 2% of our federal budget. I wholeheartedly support this goal. And as president, I will work to make it a reality. Our aid efforts must be guided by the principles of good governance and protection of human rights. As hard as we fight to fulfill the expectations that we have for ourselves, we have the obligation to expect beneficiary nations to live up to these enduring values like human rights and democracy and trade unions. The second part of our global initiative will be to take immediate, bold steps towards clean energy. The foundation of our international action, great contribution contributions that America has made, should make, and will make again, is to discover new cures to humanity's great afflictions. Cancer, heart disease, malaria, AIDS, TB, autism, all can and must be defeated. Religion today too often tears us apart. But poverty is a case where every single religion on the face of the planet should be able to unite. I refuse to believe that there's a person on this earth that is not disgusted by the fact that a child born in Swaziland, Africa, can only expect to live half as long as a child born in America. If we cannot lead, if we cannot lead on global action based on this universal agreement, then we're not worthy of the great traditions of human dignity upon which this nation is founded. As we gather our strength for this effort, we have to remember that preserving your popularity is no recipe for inspiring a nation, let alone the world. The success that maybe I've had, I owe in bringing people together and solving problems to taking risks. Sometimes you have to lay things on the line to get results. I recall when one of my constituents, a journalist, a distinguished resources, the courage to stand fast in the face of inevitable setbacks, and the faith to return to American principles.